What's up, guys? It is Monday, May 27th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 845,419. TikTok, next block. Don't adjust your set, guys. I got a red shirt on, which I normally don't do. Red and blacks are my favorite color, and it's hot out here. We're back in Vegas, guys, and I'm waiting on an order here at this Tengoku place. It might be a couple minutes, but I just wanted to say something to you real quick while I'm waiting on this order. First of all, hope you guys had a good weekend. Happy Memorial Day to all that have fallen, all our military people. And I don't care what's going on in this country. I know we got the weakest president and the worst leadership we've ever had in this country and the worst policies we ever had, but we are still the greatest country. And if you are a military person or you know someone that passed away in a war or anything that has to do with the military or something like that, God bless them. I'm sorry for your loss, and thank you so much for your service, and happy Memorial Day. Now, listen, something major happened over the weekend, and I was going to talk about it, but I was doing some other stuff. But Donald Trump just came out and probably did the biggest thing for Bitcoin in Bitcoin history as far as politicians goes. I'm going to leave the link down below. I suggest you watch the entire speech, but basically, in a part of his speech, he said he's going to free Ross Ulbricht. I think his name is the guy from Silk Road with the Bitcoin stuff. You don't know who he is, look him up. He was the guy that got arrested for selling stuff online. It was a free market, but he got arrested for it, and they charged him with a bunch of BS. He said he's going to free him, but he also said that he is going to defeat Elizabeth Warren, who is against crypto and Bitcoin. And he said that he is not going to allow anybody to mess with our quote-unquote crypto, but he separated it and said Bitcoin. He said that. And he's going to allow us to self-custody Bitcoin, and he will eradicate CBDC, central bank digital currency. That's a big deal, guys. I know, again, I saw Bitcoin University make a video. I see all these Bitcoiners out here talking about it now. And I've told you this for a couple of years. Politicians and politics matter. And I told you, all these guys that say it, silver stackers, precious metal stackers, Bitcoin stackers, they don't matter. Yes, they do, guys. This is a big deal. So again, I'm voting for Donald Trump. I'm not telling anybody who to vote for and all that. It ain't because it's just what he said about Bitcoin, but there's a percentage of people out here that really care about cryptocurrency, and in particular Bitcoin. There just is. And these politicians, Donald Trump, the most famous man in the world, by the way, has said Bitcoin in the same sentence as CBDCs and self-custody. Guys, these are words that we use. Us guys, our little small percentage underground people. It's starting to get mainstream now, guys. It just is. And this is a big deal, man. This is a huge deal. I used to say to myself that I used to call myself a libertarian. I'm what you call a Ron Paul libertarian. The two people I agree with the most probably are Ron Paul and Vivek Ramaswamy, because Vivek Ramaswamy was also at the Libertarian Party convention, and that's where it happened, the Libertarian Party convention. And let's just say these libertarians nowadays, the left-leaning ones, just voted in some guy to be their leader. That is a leftist, man. He's a pure leftist, and Donald Trump gave him a chance. He goes, look, I could be your president. You can nominate me. I'll do these things and this, that, and the third. But of course, in libertarian form, they booed him. They cheered him for other things, but then they booed him. And, the Libertarian Party, I do have some fiscal values with them. And I used to call myself socially liberal. But I'm not anymore, man. Not today. I used to be, but, I'm very strict on children. Yes, I do believe in freedom and your individual freedoms. When it comes to children, I don't want my kids doing certain things. And I'm not saying I need a bunch of government intervention and all that, because I don't want to sound like a hypocrite here. I'm talking fast because I got to go. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite here, but it's just like, I am for government intervention when it comes to things like abortions and messing with children and stuff. I just am. So I consider myself a conservative when it comes to certain things. I'm not a Republican, but I'm just a common sense person. I'm all about common sense. God, family, country, Bitcoin, and common sense. And there ain't a lot of it out here. So I agree with the libertarian right-leaning stuff about fiscal stuff, but I can't get on board with these left woke just live and let live, let everything go on. There should be freedom for everything. I don't believe in that. Again, my channel is called Jerry Loves Freedom. I do love freedom, but not that much freedom. Not with the kids and not with open borders and everything else. This guy they just rejected Trump for, who wanted to be their leader, their president, the Libertarian Party. He's okay with open borders. I'm not okay with that, man. I'm just not. So anyways, I don't want to get in a rant with that, but check that out. I'll leave the link in the description box below where I show you Vivek Ramaswamy's speech and his and he had a debate with a guy who I like. I like the guy he debated with. He did a speech at first, and then I want to show you Donald Trump's speech. And again, we're on the right track. I love Donald Trump, and I love the way he talked about Bitcoin and stuff. But at the end of the day, he cannot save us from this fiscal nonsense. He still will print money, I believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I can only go by what he's done in the past. And he did print a lot of money through Congress, through the House and the Senate during COVID. And, I wasn't with it, but maybe he learned his lesson. I don't know. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to save you fiscally and from your money debasing. I don't even think Trump can, even though he's on the right track with Bitcoin. Again, it's gradually then suddenly, guys. It's gradually then suddenly. But listen, you got to save your money. You got to work your butt off. I'm out here working to get as many of those you-know-whats as I can. And I'll tell you what they are in a second. Satoshis. But you got to work for your family, for your future, for your generations, And there's a lot of leaky boats out here, guys. And there's only one that doesn't leak. And I think Donald Trump talked about it this weekend. And you guys already know what it is. Say it with me, guys. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.